Okay, we're continuing basically from where we left off. Just a little bit farther down. Now, you know, it's really a question. I don't necessarily doubt that South Florida rainbow snakes would eat eels, but if for some reason it obviously is a genetically distinct population, if for some reason this population were able to get started eating sirens and amphiumas, I think they would have more than enough food here. Now, then again, just because I never trapped any eels here doesn't mean that they don't exist. I mean, how often do we see mice when we're herping? Every once in a while, but not necessarily enough to sustain all those rats or rat snakes and things like that we see. So just because you don't see the food doesn't necessarily mean that it's not there. This pool is usually here. I've never been here where it's been completely dried out, and it is the connection for the drain here. Now, excuse me for a minute. We're gonna be a little bit of a pansy and make sure I don't get wet. Not that I'm too worried about that, but I do have a full day of hiking in scrub habitat ahead of me. Alright, now this is a little bit past on the opposite side of the berm where we left off before. As you can see, tons and tons of cypress. And once you get out to the main creek, it is big, deep water. As far as I've seen, a lot of it's sandy bottom. Anyways, what I was getting back to before was even if for some reason they've started to eat sirens and amphiumas like other Farrantia do, I could imagine there being a lot of them here, because sirens and amphiumas do regularly eat crayfish, and crayfish are abundant here. When Jason Butler and I were here a couple years ago, we would get easily 100 every night that we would trap. This was only with 15 or so traps. So, all right, that's basically it. Now this is the parking area over here, but all this cypress swamp here goes way back, and this right here beyond that gate is the road to Palmdale. So that's all for now. I'll try and check in a minute with some other footage, maybe a little bit of the main creek.